What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be packing for my upcoming trip, which is in a couple of hours. And I did most of my packing, but because I was using a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be packing, I didn't finish and I was taking it with me to work. So now I'm going to finalize all the things that I'm going to be packing with me to my trip to Miami. I'm actually going to Miami for TikTok specifically. To give you a little backstory, I'm in this community with a bunch of high-performing TikTok shop affiliates, and I got invited to stay at a content creation house because we're going to be attending a content and e-commerce event. Social commerce is what it's called, Social Commerce Fest. And it's basically where brands and creators are going to get together. We're going to network and hopefully grow as a creator. And then at the house, we're going to be filming a lot of content together. All around, it's a super exciting opportunity. I've never thought in my wildest dreams that I would get invited to one of these things and that I would be traveling across the world from Hawaii to Miami, which I've never been to, and start creating content and get paid for it. I wouldn't say it's a dream because I never dreamt of this, but it is something that I've worked hard for to get to. And I think it's gonna be crazy. I will be releasing a vlog on it. I'm planning on recording everything, which is why I think I'm bringing so much gear. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm gonna show you what I'm packing in the suitcase and then what's getting packed into my camera bag. I'm gonna talk about what bags I'm using. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So first and foremost, I have a bunch of clothes here. I have a bunch of shorts because I know it's gonna be hot. It's very similar weather to Hawaii. And then I have about 5 shirts because I'm gonna be staying there for about 5 days. And then I have various socks, and then I have pants for if it gets cold at nighttime. And that's pretty much it for the clothes. And then I have, again, just essential toiletries. This cat, her name is Rev. She's definitely not coming with us as much as we'd love her to, but now you have got to go, Miss Revington. So in here, basically what I have are 2 things. My extra pair of shoes, which I'll be wearing to when we go out or walking around. The rest of it is either things that are essential to my camera gear, like this Benro tripod right here. If it's essential to my kit, but I don't want to carry it in my camera bag, then I'm gonna be packing it in here because I don't want to lug that around the airport. I have a couple of layovers, so I don't want to pack all that stuff and carry this around with me. Will I be pissed if I don't get this on time? Yes, I will, but it's not essential at this very moment. And then I have my spare cameras that I don't plan on using at the airport. In here, I have the DJI Nano, and then it has the hat clip on there already. I don't even think I clipped this in here. I think what happened is the magnet just caught onto it, so it auto attached there. And then I also have the DJI Action 6. I'm gonna be using this if there's any time where I'm afraid to get my Sony camera dirty or damaged. But all that's going in here, and I'm not gonna be taking this with me to the airport, or I'm not gonna be carrying it around with me to the airport, I should say. Okay, with that out of the way, the rest of the stuff that's in here are TikTok shop products that have performed well for me, or I think have a potential to do well, and I'm gonna be creating videos over there. So they're just random products. I have like this digital camera that honestly is not very good, but people seem to like it. It was very cheap on the TikTok shop. It was like maybe $30 or $40, but this one right here. And then I have some new products that I didn't open yet that I plan on opening there in Miami to do reviews on, which is this privacy protector. I think a lot of people buy these because, you know, they want to make sure that their phones are private. And then also this wireless speaker. I saw the reviews on this thing and it looks pretty good, looks promising. So I'm gonna unbox that over there. Then I have another portable mini fan, which I think these are going popular because it's summer. Then I have one of those phone grips that just fold out. And then some various random products like this, another fan, and yeah, just a bunch of other stuff. It seems like these are like rinky-dink products, and they actually are rinky-dink products, but because people are buying them for so cheap, they're like usually under like $20 to $40, and we get around like 10 to 20% commission. So every time we sell one of those products, we get around $2 to $4. And if 1,000 people buy that product, then we get like $2,000 to $4,000. Volume is a huge thing with TikTok, and I know I'm probably rambling about TikTok. Anyways, the rest of the stuff, I have this PGY Tech pouch, and this basically has all of my accessories for the small digital cams, which is like, you know, for the DJI, and then also this plug right here, which plugs into my wall outlet, and then it also has this long extendable cord, which is pretty dope. because it has a built-in USB-C charger, and then it tucks away just like that. And then in addition to this and the USB-C cable, it also has a USB-A port and a USB-C port right there. So super handy, and it's really compact. I love this thing. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of that when I'm on travel. And then I have some cleaning cloths, to clean my camera lenses. And I also have these high blocks, which are to block out the light coming out of your Meta Ray-Bans so that people don't know you're recording them, because I want to get some BTS shots and I don't want to scare off people because I have that light from my Meta Ray-Bans going. But they tend to be really cheap and fall off. So I have a whole pack of them just in case one of them falls off. I have replacements ready to go. Just various mounting and lighting accessories like this light for the DJI Action 6 and some mounts, quick release mount right here. And that's about it for the suitcase. Like, I don't plan on putting anything else more in there. The reason why I'm taking the suitcase is because they're gonna charge me either way, even if I have a small carry-on. And if I'm gonna get charged, I might as well take the bigger one. And that allows me to take home a bunch of stuff from the event because they're gonna give away a lot of samples and stuff. So I'd rather have more storage than less storage. Oh, I forgot to add that I'm actually gonna be bringing the sling by Wandered, and I don't get enough use out of this thing. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I bought this when they didn't have the color that I wanted, which was black. And I kind of was like, I just need a sling, I need a sling. I'm gonna get this, and I bought it, and it's a great bag, but man, I don't really love the color if I'm being completely honest, but it's super useful. So I did get a black one, I did order a black one, but for this trip, it's gonna have to do because I don't wanna be carrying around this bag all day with me. So I got the Wandered sling and I'm gonna be packing that, and I'm gonna be sticking this inside of the suitcase. But to maximize the storage, because it's gonna be taking up volume in the suitcase anyways, I packed this with my DJI Mini 5 Pro, the extra batteries, as well as the RC remote controller. So I'm gonna be trying to fly some drones while I'm out in Miami, get some shots of the house, just the overall event if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be allowed to, but it's better to have it than not have it. And then I'm actually gonna throw the rest of the cameras in here because this is gonna add an extra layer of protection. So moving on to the next thing, we have the backpack, which is gonna be this 35-liter bag by Wandered. It's made out of this nice black material, which, you know, I said earlier that I wanted black in here. So this was the right color. I love this backpack. Unfortunately, it is super big and heavy, so I don't want to lug it around, which is why I'm using that sling. But it packs a lot of stuff and it's going to be super useful at the airport. What's inside of the Wandered bag? So I'm actually going to put the laptop in there right now, but that's the most important thing to bring with me because this is where I do all of my editing and I do all of my creative work on that laptop. So you unzip the backpack from the back, not the front, and it folds out just like this. And then I'm going to put my laptop right in this sleeve right here. It's protected with this little Velcro strap right here, which I'm gonna strap down. Actually, no, I have one more thing I have to put in there. There's also a tablet sleeve right here, and I'm gonna be putting my iPad Pro in here. And the reason why I have my iPad and my laptop is this is where I take all of my notes for all of my scripts that I'm gonna do. And also it allows me to watch movies on the airplane in case I get bored, which I probably will because it's a long flight from Hawaii to Miami and vice versa. In this pack right here, I have some ND filters. I already have an ND filter on my camera, but this is an additional one. This is a 6 to 9 stop, so darker in case it gets really bright. This is the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro, really high quality ND filter. 82 millimeter, screws right onto the tip of my camera. And then in the second pocket right here, I have additional batteries, and this is gonna be for the DJI Action 6, and nice little charger so I don't have to plug in the DJI Action 6, I can just swap out the batteries. And then in the main compartment here, I have my camera body. It's gonna be the Sony ZV-E1, and then I have the cage on top of it, and then also this hot shoe adapter right here. And that's gonna allow me to put on the receiver from DJI Mic 3, plug in right here on the top, and then now I have wireless audio if I so choose to use my Mic 3. And then my new 24-70 G Master, but I'm probably just not going to be able to use this. Like, honestly, I'm going to be carrying around extra weight for no reason. This is a heavy lens, and I'll be using this when I get back home. For the purposes of what I'm going to be doing in Miami, I think the 16-35 is going to be perfect. I'm going to mostly film in 16, but if I need some tighter shots, I'm going to be using the 35 millimeter that I can always punch in digitally. And then on top of here, I have the 1 to 5 stop Nisi variable ND, and that just basically lives on this camera. And I just adjust the ND filter or the aperture based on my needs. So that's all going in here. And what's cool about this camera bag is that you can unzip this and you have quick access to this immediately. You can just whip it out whenever you're out and you want to get some good shots without having to open up your entire bag. Next up, I have this Sony ECM M1 microphone, super compact, and this allows me to get audio without having to put on a transmitter like one of these. I can just rock this on the top of the Sony and I can just talk into it and I'll get good audio. And then I talked about the mic 3s already. I use this a lot, so it's gonna be between these two mics that I use. A lot of times when I get away from the camera, I use the DJI mic 3s. And then of course I have additional batteries for the Sony, because these Sony cameras, those cameras take up a ton of battery life. Like, they go through these things so fast. And then it comes with this charger that acts as a power bank when they're plugged in. But then if not, you can charge all 3 of these batteries at once. Actually, I think it's 2, but yeah, it also holds all of your memory cards right there. So that's going in here. And then I have this magic arm, which will essentially turn my camera into something that's mountable anywhere. You can just grip this to like a pole or a desk or something, and then this arm is kind of loose, and then you tighten it up like that, and then it'll lock in place. But I've modified this a little bit by putting a quick release plate at the end so that I can easily attach or detach my camera without having to spin the camera around. So that's also going in here. That's it for the main compartment. So once that's all sealed up, all I'm gonna do is zip up the backpack like this. And I'm really sorry about angles and stuff, but I don't have my Sony camera here. I can't see where I am. And I also can't get as wide of an angle so you can get everything. And I'm also on the ground, so bear with me. I'm trying to show you everything that I'm taking with me, but you know, also being within frame. Additionally, there's a little slot up top right here. So on the top of the bag, there are actually 2 zippers, and one of the zippers right here, this is where I put any sort of things I need very quickly. I always keep some chapstick, because the last time I went to the mainland, my lips got so chapped and dry. So I always have this on me. It's not just for travel. I carry this around with me everywhere. This is a Vaseline brand, so there's no flavor or anything. Some icebreakers, and also there's some NeuroGum in there, which is some caffeinated gum that I got from TikTok shop. So if I'm ever tired and I need to pick me up, then I have some gum in there as well. And then I have a face moisturizer. This is some beef tallow. This stuff works so good. It's a small little container, but it keeps your face moist with just a little amount. So I really like that. And anytime I feel that my face is dry, I just put a little dab on it and it makes my face nice and moist. And then I always carry a pen with me, because in case someone asks me to sign something or fill out a form, I always have a pen on me. So that's it for that side compartment. This is a selfie stick. This is for all the DJI cameras basically, except for the Osmo Pocket 3. Quick release here, and then it turns into a tripod and a selfie stick. I'm not gonna really go through the whole thing on this one, but it's super useful, super portable. I'm not gonna carry that in the main bag. I'm gonna put that in the suitcase because I'm probably not gonna use that. And then I have the Meta Ray-Ban Gen 2s, which I don't really use that often because I have better cameras. I know a lot of the guys that I'm going to the house with use this, and I wanna learn from them. I wanna get better. So if I see how they use it, I'm able to get similar results, then I want to have the tool with me anyways. And at the end of the day, they are a good pair of sunglasses, and I don't know how bright it's going to be in Miami. And then some more Osmo Pocket 3 accessories. This is the tripod and extra battery. Actually, I'm not going to carry this on my backpack either, because I don't need this now. I'm gonna need this more so when I go to the event tomorrow, if I so choose to bring the Pocket 3 instead of my main camera. And then this necklace thing that I wear, this thing is a godsend because it's magnetic on the front right here, and you basically can mount your microphones, your cameras, all that stuff from here, and it's a cool little dog tag. So I'm just gonna wear this whether I need it or not. I'm gonna have this on me. So I'm actually gonna put this on the side because I'm gonna wear this. And then I have this super huge power bank by Ugreen. I didn't really want to take this out, but I guess I will. But yeah, super big one, charges laptops, game systems, all that stuff. It's heavy, but it has a lot of power. And then it comes in this nice little bag, which I put a USB-C cable in there so that if I need to charge something, I have the cable right on hand. And then, of course, can't go wrong with cables, which I have a spare cable, which is a magnetic one, so this will never get tangled in your bag. It just kind of stacks up like that. Boom, just like that. Anyways, should have done a better job presenting that. That's going in there because I always need a USB-C cable. Of course, I gotta have my AirPods. I think I'm actually gonna attach this to the outside of my bag just so I have quick access to it. And I think that's everything that's going in the bag. Oh, I also forgot this bad boy right here, which is my handheld grip or my Sony camera. And I don't know if I'm gonna carry this with me. Maybe I will. Sometimes I feel like I just should have my items with me, but then I realized later on that I don't really need it. And I guess if I really want to shoot something, I can just hold the Sony camera handheld. So I don't want to be lugging this around in the airport. So I think I'm going to put this in the suitcase. I'm actually super proud for not bringing so much stuff on the main pack. Anyways, any savings I can do is great. light. And I think that's it for now. Actually, one last thing, two last things. I need to bring lighting. I need to bring lighting because if I don't have lighting, my videos are gonna turn out like crap when I'm doing it for TikTok. So I think I'm gonna pack this light. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the most reliable lighting that I have. It's small. I thought about not bringing it, but you know what? I think I just have to because I can't see myself not having lighting. Oh my God, I just lost the screw to this thing. This thing is so critical. So I just take out the pin right here and now the light detaches. Now I have a portable light. Boom, that's it. And the base screws out. So now you got the light, base, and cord thing. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I have this cool little clip by Freewell, which allows me to attach and detach things with that Arca Swiss quick release plate. So if I have my camera and I just want to shoot something and leave the camera out, like for example, if my camera's right here, I can just take one of these plates right here on the bottom and I can just do this, slide it in like that, and now the camera is just mounted on my back and it stays locked. You can lock it. If you want to release it, all you do is just push this button right here and the camera comes out. Super convenient. And then when I'm done, just use that side pocket to put the camera back in and we're good to go. I forgot to mention that the reason I'm trying to make space in my bag is that I'm trying to bring one last item, which is this Steam Deck, which I haven't got the time to play. I really wish I did. I think that with the long flight, I think I have like 28 hours worth of flights between going back and forth. I think that this is a good opportunity for me to play my Steam Deck. I do have a little grip on there, so it looks a little different, but I have a ton of games on here that I've never gotten to play. And I think it's finally time to get to some gaming and pass the time away. So don't think I'm gonna be able to fit that in that other compartment where I had the camera and stuff, but I think I will have room in this roll top compartment on the top. So let's see if I can fit this thing in there. That'd be so dope if I could. And it fits. So just like that. And we got the Steam Deck in there. And let's give this backpack a feel because this is super heavy. Let's see how it actually feels when I put it on my back. Oh my God, I thought I wasn't recording. Okay, and that's the backpack. It actually doesn't feel too bad at all. I forgot to say that I'm also filming on the Pocket 3. So the Pocket 3 will also be going along with its dedicated mic, the DJI Mic 2, so that I keep the two separate from the Mic 3 stuff. But anyways, that's it for what's in my bag. And I'm gonna be heading out to Miami in a couple hours. I gotta go shower. Then I will see you guys probably in the next vlog. I do have another vlog coming. Actually, no. The other vlog will come out before I post this one. So the next time I see you guys will be in my Miami vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.